Yo, I'm late. I will start immediately because it's so late. I'm just gonna start. Hello, boys. Hello. Just gonna start, but I have to do a few things, at least the minimum needed. Change the title. The minimum needed, boys! The minimum needed is to change the titles. To save this. To save this. And then to post it on Discord. Right. And here. Nearly done, boys. Para pa para pa pa pam para 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 para. Para pa para pa pa para 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 para. Okay, I'm ready. Let's go. Let's go! Without waiting, let's jump into it immediately. Immediately. Boom. I also changed this. I changed that. Lower the music, and we go. What is that? Here. Only. Wait. Here. Yes. Okay, done. Yeah, I'm like half an hour late, but you know, sometimes it happens. Sometimes it happens. Yup, so what are we doing? Well, we are working on our city resources, and we detailed a bit of a plan on how to proceed. And some of this plan is actually completed, right? The DB data model, we did it. New C++ class city manager is done. Added first city data is actually done. Define as a city manager is actually done. Create a new action NPC context menu is actually done. Can I have a better markers here or no? Why my mouse is so stupid today? What is going on? Huh? It is lower than usual or what? I don't know. Create city manager base UI. Okay, so now we are. So we did all of this. Now, what we are working on, we added resource data into the DB for one city or more cities. We load the resource data, and now we want to display it on the UI. Display resource data in the UI, right? Yeah. So basically, we are working on the last of these points. So we are working on this at the moment, right? So we are there. We are there. Hello, hula. Hula la la. Hello. 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 So we are working on this, right? And I made some progress, not a lot, but some progress. Basically, we have We have some new stuff here in C++. I'm loading the resources, and now what I have to do, I have to basically call whenever you click one of the buttons, right? Yep. Whenever I change one of the buttons, yeah, that is still valid, and it is valid. Okay. So this stuff here, I think should be done later on. So what do we have to do? What do we have to do? We have to send a city ID, and then we need to send the category, right? Yes. And this has to be repeated pretty much for all the buttons. It has to be repeated for all the buttons. Yes. Where the city ID is the same one. And now this thing needs to be agriculture. I don't know why today I have a bit of a headache. It doesn't happen very often, but sometimes, kind of randomly. And today, for whatever reason, I mean, not today, like in the last hour. In the last hour. Spaghetti code, yeah, kind of, yeah, a bit spaghetti, a bit spaghettinos, but fine. Okay, now this is basically for each of these red things that you see on screen are the buttons that you press, right? You press the button here, infrastructure, crafting, education. Each of those is one of these red thingies, and so what we are saying, when you press that, go server side, right? Go server side and send an request the information, right? That is going server side, is going through the city resource query, and then is returning the resources, right? So this is basically how it works, and the resources are. And the resources are coming here, right? So here we are getting the category. Now the city, we don't send back the city, because anyway the city is the one that we have open, right? So there is no reason to think there is something else. So the city will be the same. The category will be this one. These are the resources needed and the resource storage, right? And then here we go into the city info with that information. Now here I think is where wait, let me move this because it's a bit annoying to have it there actually. Yeah, here is where I think we should do this. But how do we do it? We switch on the category, right? Yeah, we have to switch. We have to switch on the category, and the tier is actually always 0, right? Yeah, the tier is always 0. The tier is always, wait, the tier, let me think about it 1 second, because here we are configuring that page. In theory, we know. No, it should be the current. It should be the current tier. Ay. It should be the current tier. Well, we have it because the city info actually holds all this information. So in reality, right? In reality, this holds everything, right? This holds everything. But I have to switch. And the problem is that I need to get I need to get the current tier. It's a bit annoying, but it's fine. I think we can do it exactly like it was, right? Exactly like it was. So that is the tier, right? So exactly like it was like that. It's just that now it's happening after the server call. Before it was happening when you press the button, right? So that's the difference. But yeah, pretty much this needs to be this way, and this needs to be this way. We are working only on the left side of the screen, right? Not the right. So we are working on this part on the left, right? We are not touching yet the middle or the right, but we're gonna touch it soon. Okay, so basically now it works as before, with the difference that we go server side and we get our resources. Now I don't know if these are actually correct, but we will see. So what do we have to do? These are the resources needed by tier. No, these are the resources needed. No. These are the resources needed for all the tiers. These are the resources needed for all. Yeah, for all tiers. So based on the current tier, I will have to split, but they are correct for my category. So what I could do, I could save the tier. I could save the tier. Well, I have the tier here. Set selected category. Name. No, name. I don't think this name. Set selected category info. Huh? Set selected category info. So this one is setting the name, the description, the different tiers, yup. Then he's setting up the city resource. Set up city resource. This one is setting the category level. This one is setting this one is setting the panel in the middle, right? And it's exactly the one that we want to have. So actually here, yes, I think that here we need so we basically need to pass those two variables, right? The needs and the storage. Yeah, the needs and the storage needs to go there. I think so. Okay, let's try. I'm not completely convinced, but I think it may be correct. Okay, so we pass in those two variables. We pass in those two variables, right? And these variables basically are these ones that have to be replicated everywhere. Because it's actually the same call, the only difference is the tier. Pretty good that I decided to have like 6 of them and not 22. It is already enough like this. Okay. Yeah, it's a bit messy, but fine. There's a lot of blue lines here. There is real spaghetti. Look at this spaghetti here. And it's spaghetti, not spaghetti. Sometimes some people are saying spaghetti, but it is absolutely wrong. Okay. Okay, so now we have these two variables inside this function, right? And what we have to do, we have to carry this. We have to carry this and send it where? Here. Yes. Because this is the one. Yeah, this is the one, absolutely. So this one needs the same two variables. Resource needs, which is a city needs. No, city need array. And resource storage. Why there is a space there? Which is a city storage. Okay. Okay. Now we pass these two. Okay. Okay. And okay, so now inside of this we have these two. And here we are where we should use them, right? The only problem is that these ones are for all the tiers. They are not only for one tier. So I don't know if the city resource knows what tier we are speaking about. No, it doesn't know. So I think we need to know it. So we also need to add a tier level, right? Tier level is just an integer. Just an integer. And the tier is this. Tier is this. Okay, now that we have that, what do we do? Basically we need to filter these ones by tier depending on what is the current tier that we are displaying, because one thing is the tier that we are displaying. So actually this is not the tier, this is not the maximum tier. It is the current tier. I see. So it's not this. This is a bit annoying. Okay, so we need a variable. We need a variable to hold the selected tier. And it should start at 0. So the selected tier. So when you click on any of these ones, we assume that you go. Do you want to go to the 0 tier or do you want to go to the current tier? Well, I think the good idea would be to go to the current tier. And then only when you click on one of those buttons, right, you go. Yeah, exactly. Okay, that makes sense. So when you click, player clicks on one of the categories, right? And here is basically server returns the data of the selected category, right? And this is the current tier, but we also need to set the selected tier equal to this. Set selected category info. The problem is that if I do it here, no, I have to do it outside actually. I have to do it outside. Okay. Okay, so we do what? We do this. We do selected tier equal to this one. Selected tier equal to this one. So that the next time, right, I am clicking on the button, I can set the selected tier to the button click and then just call the same function again, right? Without No, 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 no. Because if I do that, let me think about it 1 second. No, it's not a good idea because so basically I want, when you click on this button, you will show here the current tier. When you click on any of these buttons, it will show the boost level, if any. You will show the boost level, if any. You will show the boost level. The problem is, how do I go back to 0 though? I think this is not very understandable. So you don't see it? You don't see the next level until you reach it? You don't see the next level until you reach it. Okay. Okay. I mean, it's a bit tough, but yeah, I have a question for you guys. I have a question for you. Should we display the next tier even if you didn't reach it yet? So the benefit of displaying, of allowing you to click on the next tiers and seeing what they contain, is that you may decide to invest money on that tier because you see something that you like. The drawback of this is that there is no surprise, right? So basically you see everything already from the beginning and there is no discovery, which is a bit of a pity, right? I like the I like discovery. So the question is, do we like more the discovery, or do we like that the player knows already up front and so he can choose? Because like if you are at tier 0, no, but tier 0 basically does not exist, right? If you are at tier 0, you are working towards tier 1, no? Yes. So you have tier 1 at 0%. Yes. So we show tier 1 at 0%. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Do like the other people push the player to pay if they want to see? I mean, it's already like this if we have it so that you cannot click, right? Because you will have to put all the materials, right? You have to put all the materials before seeing if seeing what was next. So you think that that's you think that's the way? I think I like the fact that you see I don't know. I'm 50-50 on it. I'm 50-50 on it. I'm 50-50 on it, because it's nice to discover, but it's also nice to know. I think we will keep the discover. I think we will keep the discover, so you will not be able to click. You will not be able to click. Okay, fine, decided. You will not be able to click. So if you are not able to click, when I see this board, I think what a good synth this can be. I understand. With all the plus and minus, huh? Like the perfect DJ console. So in this case we don't need this, right? Because we can pass this on and this will always be correct. Yes. This will always be correct. But then means that you cannot go back and see the level 1. When you are level 2, you don't see the level you don't see the level 1 anymore. Okay, we can tweak it later. Let's say that yes, it makes sense. So it cannot make sense. So probably it's okay. If we want to see, we can add it later on, okay? We can add it later on. So we can always expand it, right? So the tier that is coming in is the actual tier that we want to display. So this makes things a bit easier, because when I'm here, this tier is actually the one that I want to display, right? So what I want to do, I want to basically run through all these resources, right? I want to run through all of these resources and do what? Break this element and compare the tier, right? The category is already correct. Category is already correct. We need the name, the image, and the need. So basically this tier needs to be equal to this tier, right? If this is the case, and also I think we need a variable to keep track of the, so we need kind of a temp variable, temp current resource num. I think so. And current resource num should start from 0. And also we have to set it as 0 when we start, because otherwise it becomes a mess. Okay. So now, now, where do we go from here? So yeah, if this tier is the same, right? If this tier is the same, we need to increment this variable, right? We need to increment this variable, and let me do it differently, because every time I do this, I fuck up everything. Let me do +1. Right. Because the increment is actually a function, and so it's getting called continuously if you extract multiple lines from here, right? which is what always mess me up. So what do we do with this? If it's true, we have to display that resource. So it means that my image city item 1, well, depends where I am, right? And this is exactly the reason I have this current resource num, because I will have to switch based on this. And this starts from 1, we say. Starts from 1 or what? Invalid resource resource num. Well, actually, this should never happen in theory, but fine. If I had the increment there and I would do this, this was called like twice, right? Just kind of scary. So we're incrementing it twice. Unless you call the name of the variable separately, but it's fine. So I start from 0. If I am at 1, I need to put into this image. So I will do a set brush from texture. And the only problem is how the hell do I set it based on my image name? I have to get my atlas. I have to get my atlas. These are images, huh? Yeah, pretty much I have to do this. Pretty much I have to do this. The annoying part is that I have to do it like 4 times, right? But we can maybe we can create a function and we can create a function for this, right? So that we don't redo it over and over. I mean, for sure we have to do this. The only problem is that we need to get the atlas based on the table row, right? So we need to we need a get row this, right? Where this is my DT icons, DT item icons, right? And where the row name is actually, and where the row name is this icon image, right? Is this icon image. And this is the icon image. So here what I'm doing, I'm basically getting the material in this no wait, I did a mess. This one is here. Yeah, so this one is there, right? This one is here. So this is the row name of this data table. And then based on that, I need to create dynamic material, I need to set the brush, and I need to basically do all of this, right? And then I need to set it on the image name that we are pushing in. So basically I need a function that is taking I need a function that is taking this. Collapse to function failed. What do you mean collapse to function failed? Are you crazy? Set image icon, right? So set image icon, we want icon image or image icon, which is this. Then we want the image button. Yes. And so we will get this information. As the first thing, we get this information. And when we have the information, we, well, if we don't find it, it's definitely a problem. There is definitely a problem if we cannot find it, right? Yeah. If we cannot find it, is a problem. If we find it, we create dynamic material starting from atlas. Well, actually, the atlas I think is specified here. No. No. No, the atlas is always the same. Okay. So I have a description. What is the description? I don't know. X and Y, right? X and Y. We only need X and Y pretty much. So X and Y, so this will be the X and this will be the Y. And so we have to set the brush right, to this image. We have to set the brush to this image, and then we set the scalar parameter. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Okay, I think it's good. So basically what this is doing is resetting the image based on the icon name that arrives from the database for that particular item, right? Which may also be empty in certain cases, but so if it's empty, if it's empty, you should use the default. Yeah, that could be a way. But okay, for now, let's go with this. So if we assume that this works, okay. If we assume that this works, and I don't know if it works. But anyway, we have a set image icon now, right? And this set image icon should be easy at this point, because with that function should be easy. So if it's 1, I set the image 1 with the icon image, right? With this icon image. Plus, do we have the name of the object or not? Oh crap, we don't have the name. No! We don't have the name of the object. We can put it as a tooltip. Let's try to put it as a tooltip. I think it's possible to set the tooltip. Set the tooltip text. Set the tooltip text equal to item name, right? Equal to item name, yes. Okay, so basically I have to do this block 4 times. Only if yeah, only if the element exists, right? Yeah, I don't know. Theory should work. And this is city image 2. Now, I mean, another way is to set it temporarily and just call it once. But that's fine. Let's do it this way. Maybe it's not the most optimized way, but I think it's fine. Maximum we have 4 items. Maximum we have 4 items. And this image is obviously wrong, right? Okay. Okay, so this mess, basically what should do, should set the proper icon and should set the proper tooltip. Okay. Am I calling this function or not? Set city resources. Yes, I'm calling it. Easy. We can see what happens. I don't know. We can see what happens. Let me just be sure that everything is recompiled. And then we can test it. And see what happens. And see what happens. Okay. So we have some dummy data in the database, and we basically have two resources that we added here. So hopefully the music is a bit low, huh? Oh, sometimes it's low, sometimes it's high. It's kind of random. Come on, server, you can do it. I believe in you. Okay, so when I click here, yes, when I click here, I just get this screen, right? And I can select any of these things. So if I click on, let's click on hospitality. No, I have items only defined in infrastructure, so I can only click on infrastructure. If I click on infrastructure, the icons didn't show up at all. So at least this part kind of works, right? But we don't have the... But the icons are not working at all. The icons are not working. Do we get an error message or something? No, we don't get anything. The only thing we get set category level 2. And here we get a set category level 0. Okay. So, or we don't receive data, which is a possibility, yeah? Or we don't receive data, or yeah, and the images, by the way, should be collapsed at the beginning, right? I mean, you should see this block only for the ones that that you have a resource for. Obviously. But no, we see only the selection of the category. Category level 0. Set category level 0, right? This is the one that is getting triggered. Are we calling? No, but this is the start. One, 2, 0, 2, 0. I don't know where is it. Anyway, this is the beginning. But then after this, as we said, right, when we receive the information from the server, which is here, we should go inside of this. And here we don't have a printout. Well, actually, we know that we go through this because we set the boost. Well, we set the description and the temp tier description. So if I click on something that is tier 3, like Fate, you see here at the bottom tier 3 craft, right? Well, actually, tier 3 craft, tier 2 Fate. It seems that infrastructure and it seems that crafting and fate are wrong. Infrastructure, hospitality, religion. Infrastructure, hospitality. Ah, the order is wrong. Fuck. No. Oh man, the order is wrong, okay. Oh shit. I mean, I can invert them, but fuck. Why that happened? No, because everything is based on that sequence, right? If we mess up that sequence, nothing works. Yeah, crafting is before fate. Crafting is before fate. Okay, so maybe we just messed up in this file then. Maybe we just messed up here. I mean, if this is the case, it's easy, right? Because I just have to re-import our data CT something. Okay. I cannot save. But it's a bit strange that we don't get any picture. It's a bit strange that we don't get any pictures. So or the data is wrong. But in theory, setup city resource, title, category description. Yes, where the description. Okay, so we go through this for sure, 100%, right? We go through this. So or this is never true. Set image, icon, image. So or this array is empty, which is a possibility. Okay, let's try to understand where is the problem, because there is a problem. There is definitely a problem somewhere. What? So let's print this, which is anyway a good information. So we know if this thing is coming out as 0. So if it's coming out of 0, if it's not coming out of 0, then we want to see here I don't set it. Yeah, but at least the first it should come out, right? Yeah, at least the first one it should work actually. Yeah, but here I don't set the value +1. So if I don't set it, it will never work, obviously. Yeah, but at least one we should get, and it doesn't do anything. So there is anyway something broken. There is anyway something that is not working. Because otherwise this would work, right? And it doesn't. So we do this +1 and we set it here, and then we use this value to do this switch. So we should arrive here, right? So we should arrive here where we should set the first image, but this is not happening. For whatever reason, this is not happening. For some reason, this is not doing what it should do. I don't understand why, but it doesn't. Probably we are not sending data. Probably that array has zero elements. Even if we have the data, right? Because the data is actually here. Inside city resource tiers. I mean, unless both have an empty image, that's possible. 102, 102, 1 second. 102 may have an empty image, actually. If he has an empty image, then everything makes sense. What the hell is that? Item stats, right? No, the icon is actually there. It's 623. So that is the number, that is the ID that we should get. And for whatever reason we are not getting. Why? I am doing something a bit weird server side, and I don't know if that is really working. Where I'm passing the address of the array, which is actually a pointer, and then moving it through RPC, and I don't know if that is really doing. City resource needs 2. Okay. So actually, I don't know why I see set category resource level twice, right? No, I don't see it twice. Is anyway saying 2, so city resource needs 2. So there is something else that is fucking up here then. Is not the right tier. Is not the right tier. True. Because the tier at the moment is 0. Wait a second. There is a logic problem here. Because here I say tier 1, but basically this is what is needed to reach tier 1. It is what is needed to reach tier 1, right? What is needed, while my tier is 0. So in tier 0 we should show what is needed for tier 1. Oh yes. And so what? Should I do tier +1? Hello, who joined? Hello, Gluten. Hey, thank you for the follow. Welcome. I think I should do tier +1. Because I need to look at the next tier. Otherwise they will never match, right? because then we say because then we say if this is equal, yeah, to this tier exactly, then we do this, right? Okay. Now, since we are here, we should also put let's put the numbers as well, because we have them actually. Let's put also the numbers. The numbers are the need. The need is the number. And the storage is how much we have. The problem is how do I know? So I need to for loop. It's not a great idea though. I mean, it's not a great idea to do it here in the blueprint, right? It's not really a great idea to do it here in the blueprint. I think I can do it here, because otherwise I have to do a million cycles. Basically, what I have to do, I have to compare the need with the storage and understand if I have a number of items of the same material, right? So I mean, I am tempted to modify. But if I modify, and no, because there can be multiple. Well, in the city, in theory, yeah, no, yes, there can be multiple, yes. There is a logical problem, guys. We have a problem. We have a problem. So let's say that for infrastructure we require 10 wood, tier 1, and for crafting we also require 10 wood, tier 1, right? So if I put 10 wood, no, if I put 5 wood, not 10, 5 in the city, this will show as 5 out of 10 in all of them, or are you allocating it specifically for infrastructure? We have a problem in the data model. Ah no, I have it by category. I have it by category. Okay, no, it's good. So I am allocating to infrastructure only. Okay. I'm allocating to infrastructure only. So at this point, no, but then I have to change a few things here. Because it's true that I go here by category, yes. But it's not correct. I mean, so I mean, I can do the same, right? If I filter also this one by category, because we have it, we actually have it. So if I filter also this one by category, then I will get only the storage. Here I will get only the storage for that particular category. Now, what I need to do then is to take this array and basically compare the content because I have the need, right? I have the need. The need is inside of this and is need. But you know what I'm thinking is that, I mean, this is okay. I can do it here in blueprints for the city major categories because anyway they are so few and the items are maximum 4, right? So the loop will run instantly. But when we are on the right side of the screen, so basically when we are here and I have potentially dozens of items, right? And I have dozens. So I want I mean, it will be the same. It will be by category as well. The difference is that you may have multiple items that are using the same. And so all will have to show. Yeah, I think the right side is a mess. The right side is really a mess. For quantity defined, BPC and function and format text is nice, like format text multiplied by quantity for item structure. You mean to output this number? That is what you have versus what you need. What you have, I think with the slash is perfect. No? Because you need two numbers, right? You need two numbers. We need what you have and what you... So I don't understand what you suggest. Okay, so this one we will do. And then we have... Okay, the right side of the screen is a bit of a mess. We will have then to think about it. But this side, I think we can do what I'm thinking now, which is simply for loop, right? On each of the needed resources, check if the element is the same. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. We miss a piece, boys. We miss a piece. Because we don't have the item ID. No. Okay, you know what? We are gonna do it all on the C++ side. I think yes. I'm done with this thing. So let's create a new structure, and the new structure will be just the structure we use to send the item to the client. So the structure will be city resource status. And this will be resource need and storage by tier. You will not have the city, because we assume that the city is always the correct one. You will... do we need the tier? You know what? We can just filter. We can just filter the tier. We can just filter the tier here directly. Because here in theory I'm sending all the tiers, but it is really a good. Is it really a good idea? I don't think so. Because anyway, I'm going to display only the tier that you are on, right? We said we are not going to display any other tiers. Only the tier that you are on. Only the tier that you are on. Which, by the way... Wait a second, because there is a logical problem. There is a bit of a logical issue here. Because we actually passed the tier, but the tier is 0. And yeah, let me pass the tier in. Yeah, we will do all in C++. I think it's easier, because otherwise I make a mess. Let me do this. Let me change how this works. For the current tier. So we will do if this and this and one resource tier equal to this, then we add it, right? The need, yes, is tierless. Yes, the need is tier. The storage is tierless, while the need is with tiers. So in reality, this is like this. But wait a second. We need to. Wait, because here there are some significant changes we need to make, unfortunately. So the tier at this point is not even needed, because it's always the tier that I requested, right? The category also is not needed, because it's always the category that I requested. The PS item is not needed, because it's always the one that I requested. The only thing that I need the item name, the icon image, and then I need the need and the storage, right? Exactly. So that is my new thing that I have to send out to the client. So here I need to do this. So my resource to send at this point becomes something completely different. My resource to send, so we do this. Because it's much better to do it here, right? Instead of doing it on the blueprint, because on the blueprint it's super slow. So wait. So if so here we check for same category and next tier, right? So the +1 we do it here. Because we enter with tier 0 and we want to go to tier 1. Right? Now, if we enter with tier 1, we want to go to 2. And if we enter with 2, we go to 3. And if we enter with 3, then there is nothing more to display, right? Because you are at the maximum. So if you enter with 3, it will return nothing. Yes, exactly. Then we check... So we check the storage for this item. So there is one storage, right? And so the category must be correct, yes. And the item should be the same. Now the problem is that I don't know if I have the item here. I have it. And hopefully it is set, right? Hopefully. So basically the item needs to be the same item. So one resource item should be equal to one storage item, right? So it should be the same item. So if it's the same item, and obviously we cannot allow any repetitions, so there must be only one, right? There must be only one. Yes, at that point we create a new city resource status that actually has we create a new city resource status, and we can create a constructor, maybe, I don't know, just because, I don't know, it's not really. I can create a constructor quickly. I can create a constructor. No. Quickly. Okay. So it simplifies a bit the code, because we just do this and please the right parentheses, thank you. and storage. Okay. And now, yeah, and now we can create it this way, right? So we will say this will be what? This will be item name. Item name is the same. I can take it from resource or I can take it from item, because anyway they are identical, right? Exactly. And item icon image is exactly the same. And in need, I have to take it from resource. And the storage, I need to take it, what? Can you please? In storage, I need to take it from storage, right? Okay. So this thing, this thing is to send, right? And this is to send. Where storage to send, resource stat, resource need. I mean, it's fine, we can call it like this. Why doesn't like me? I want to do it this way. Do it this way. Okay. Okay, so like this we add and this already has the storage, right? Already has the storage. Now the beauty of this is that if you have multiple yeah, this is for the right side. For the right side, when you will have multiple, it will automatically calculate it for all. So if you have 4 wood, no matter where you put it, it will be displayed, right? So now yeah, so now I need to change this. So this function is now completely different, right? And I'm changing this. Okay. Okay, I think this is good. Huh? So we have to do less work in the blueprint because we have it done here. So I already have the pair of need and storage, right? So let me just recompile and see if this is good or not. By the way, if you do exclamation mark extension, you can actually change your character. If you go there, you can change your character that you see on screen. You can give him different weapons or different appearance, like hats and things, if you want. Or the one that you have generated randomly. Randomly generated. Let's go. Okay, we wait just the compilation to finish. Okay. Now there will be a few broken things in the blueprint because we changed the function, right? But hopefully this is better. So we display only the tier that you are working on. The next tiers you will not know what they are. In terms of cost and in terms of benefit. Yeah, you see that it's saying that there are some errors because yeah, some pins are not. Some pins are GG. GG! Okay. The request is the same. Wait. The request is not the same because the request now needs the tier. It needs the correct tier. Right? So this thing actually needs the proper tier. Otherwise, and this is the current tier. So requested resource by category. Fuck. No, yes. No, it's okay. If we ever want to change this list, will be a bit annoying. Because if we want to make like 7 instead of 6, right? It'll be a bit annoying. But basically here we are sending the request with the tier. Sending the request with the tier. Yes. And then the server answers with this. Yes, that this one doesn't exist anymore. This one does not exist anymore. So we only have it like that. This one also. What? Ah, yes, because here the structure is completely different. This is now a city status, we called it. Yeah. Okay, city resource status. So this arrow should go away. Okay, now here we have the same thing. This we remove, and this one is a city status. Okay. So, wait. Should go, yes, now it's correct. So we receive on the window, because here we are on the window, the list of resources and the category we are working with, right? Then here we split by category, okay. And at this point we don't need anymore the second parameter, right? Which is broken here everywhere, yes. That does not exist anymore. So we can remove it from here. Yeah, sorry, it was a bit of back and forth, I know. And here we have again city status. City status. Right? City status. Okay, nice. Now, okay, we are where we were like 15 minutes ago, but now we have the right information coming into this function. Hopefully. Jesus. Yeah, we have to change the for each because it's a different structure. Now, the tier we don't even have to compare it anymore because we know that the tier is correct, right? And we don't have to do this anymore because we know that it's correct as well. So yeah, correct. So all this is useless because we did all of that C++ side, right? We did all of that C++ side. So okay, so now that compiles. And now what we have to do? So this one is setting the image. Okay, we can set the image. We can set the image later on. Before doing the image, I want to set this thing. This, right? I want to set this. And this is also by... it's the same. It's the same. Also, this one is by position, right? Because depends where you are. If you are in the first position, second position, third position. So in reality, this check we have to do here. This check. And then here we have the image and the name. We have the image and the name. So this is the image and this is the name, right? Oops. And this is the name. Okay. So we have the image and the name in the same way. But now we also have the need and the storage. So the need and the storage. So exactly in the same way, right? We have to set the text of this thing to be one plus the other, right? So this will be an append string. This will be an append string that goes into this. Yeah, it's a bit of a mess, this part, I have to say. And here we basically have the need. No, the need is the the need is the third, actually. So it's slash, slash this. It is the need, and it is the storage. Okay, this thing is a bit of a mess. Can I do it in a simpler way, boys? Can I do it in a way that I'm not duplicating all this all the time? I think so, right? If I put it before the switch, if I put this before the switch, I'm good, no? Well, before the switch, this thing is not even executed. This thing is just a value that is counted once. So yes, exactly. So if I do that before, I mean, well, not before, if I put it there, right? Then I just needed this to be done multiple times for each. Yeah, exactly. So CT item 2. Now, there is a case where I am at maximum, right? I am 10 out of 10, but I have more in storage. So we have to manage that case actually. We have to manage that case. Because you can have more than what is required or not. I don't know, this idea of storage that I invented, I don't know if it's a great idea. The point was that if you want to put more materials for future usage, you can. But now that I think of it, I think it's a pretty stupid idea. Because yes, it makes things more flexible, but at the same time make things way more complex for me to manage, right? So why I want to have this storage? Why I want to have the storage above the current need? I think I'm gonna remove it. Is this thing, right? We said well, let's say that makes more sense here on the right side, because on the right side I think we will also have a build kind of thing. There may be a build button that we don't have here on the left, so that you can say I have that many in storage, and I want to build 4 barricades, right, or 4 walls. I don't know, the storage idea, I'm not completely convinced that I need it. I think on the left I don't need it, because we'll be stupid, right? So let's say that the city requires 100 material and you put 125, right? Why? If you are already maxed out, in theory you can put more, because when the city decays, then it will automatically consume from that storage. No, I don't think it's a great idea. Well, it's also not a bad idea. Yeah, I think the storage was for... But one thing that I didn't think about yet, right? How is the timing of this thing gonna... I mean, how is the timing, right? So let's say that the city is at 0 in infrastructure. You put the materials, right? You put the materials, and... Do I need an upgrade? Do I need an upgrade button so you actually spend the money? Or the city decide to upgrade itself? I think it will take some time actually to upgrade. I think it will take some time. I think it will be like an upgrading, and it will say upgraded in, 2 hours or something. Or in 2 days. And then it's upgraded. And when it's upgraded, it lasts a certain amount of time before starting to decay. But how much? And how does the player know? But that will make it less interactive? What do you mean? Now I'm thinking, because we have the same problem with the champions, right? There must be a timing, right? There must be a timing where you put materials. Yeah, the problem is that if I no, okay, the champions, let's think about it later on because it's too complex at the moment. But the point is, what is making it less interactive? I don't understand. Now you can put materials into infrastructure, reach tier 1. Tier 1 upgrades, because it cannot upgrade instantly, right? That doesn't make sense that it upgrades instantly, right? It must take some time to upgrade. I don't know how much, but it will take some time. So you give the material, but then people... The nice thing would be that you see NPC working on stuff. That would be fantastic. But anyway, that's another... So like if you could see a building, right? If you could see a building like this one actually getting upgraded, right? It maybe at the beginning is smaller and then it becomes larger. That would be fantastic. Like this one is for education, but or maybe it gets an additional aisle or something. Allowing putting more material than needed. Yeah, but what's the usage, right? What's the usage of putting more materials than needed? What's the usage? I don't understand. Consider that these numbers will be very high, right? These numbers will be very high. Now here I'm saying 5 out of 5, but maybe it's 500, right? Or it's 3,000, or it's 10,000, you know? So the upgrades will be anyway costly. So one player alone potentially cannot do it, right? So you need a guild, or you need all the players to actually contribute, right? If you give 3 rat hides, I don't know, maybe there are some tiers that require a rat, like crafting may use it. So basically when you reach the maximum, right? When you reach the maximum, you cannot put anymore. And you wait the upgrade to the next tier, and then when the next tier comes in, when next tier is available, you put materials again. Obviously you can store them in your storage, right? You can have a storage of 1 million materials, and you can go there all in one day, right? Probably people will do it this way. This is why the timing is important, because if I have a ranking, right? If I have a ranking, and someone is harvesting materials for like 2 months, and then when the new tier opens up, he puts all the material in 1 second, right? Obviously becomes the champion. But I think that's okay. I mean, there is no other way to prevent it, right? We cannot prevent people to put the maximum X amount of number, or to harvest it before, right? I mean, it's to harvest it only at that time. I mean, it's okay. I mean, if you have materials, you have materials. Yeah, I think I'm going to remove the storage for now. We can put it back again, but I think that the storage for the city doesn't make a lot of sense. The storage makes sense for the right side, where probably there will be a build button. So I think I need to know I think I need to know when I do the setup if I'm setting up for the city resource, or I'm setting up for the city asset, right? So I think that this needs something like is city asset, which is a boolean. And if it's not a city asset, we are going to hide. We are going to hide all the storage. And if it's not, yeah, exactly. I think so. I think we're going to do this. We are going to take all of that. The pity is that it's not inside a panel. If it was inside a panel, I could... but these are all blocks of the same grid, so... Well, if I want, I can make an array of this, right? And then I can for loop. Yeah, maybe that's a good idea. I can do this. I can do this, and then I can say... I can say if we are in storage, if we are in a city asset mode, we set the visibility to visible. Otherwise, we set the visibility to collapsed, right? So that it will disappear. Okay. Okay. So this is basically show or hide storage. Okay, I kind of like that. So basically we don't need the storage at the moment. So we will not set the storage. We will set only this as the need, right? And we said what? We said that we set it like this, right? We set it like this. Is it working already for all? Yes, I think it is. Okay, sorry, we did a lot of changes. Let's see if something works, because at the moment I'm a bit lost in the million changes that we did. So let's just run it and see what happens. Probably nothing. Probably nothing. Three rat hides. First thing you have to do, Hula, is to freaking get in game. Why you still don't get in game? You will never change your PC ever. Do I have to make a... Oh, wow. Do I have to make a mobile version of this game so that you can play? You should. Because otherwise you cannot even give the 3 rat hides, you know? Somehow. Okay. Okay, so what is happening now? Here I'm in the game, right? I click on infrastructure. Ah! It's not the right icon though. 12 out of 40. 5 out of 500. I don't know. It did something though. If I do hospitality, the problem is that I think hospitality does not have anything. So it's not changing, it's changing the description. Oh, something broken, huh? 12 out of 40. 12 out of 40. Storage 12 out of 40. Okay, so the first line is correct because it's actually 12 out of 40. But if I go in CTID, because in theory it doesn't have anything. We don't have any data for the tier 2. But why we have a data for another city? But what? So in reality, okay, when I click on hospitality, it's not getting any data, so it's not resetting it, it's not doing anything, right? While in theory, it should reset. But fine. I don't understand why it's getting this icon though, but maybe it's correct. Maybe it's just the icon in the database that is broken. Must be strange though, because it's getting an icon from completely different atlas. No? I don't think it makes a lot of sense. Set image icon, right? Item icons. Item icons. Item icons. We said what? 600 and what was the icon? 102. Oh my god, doing this thing manually is so hard. 102, the icon is set to 623. Well, actually I can just spawn iron ore and see how it looks, right? If I spawn iron ore, you spawned iron ore in your inventory. Where? Actually, gold ore looks like this in the dummy database. No! Gold ore. Bro. Why have characters with a million containers? Okay, let's log in with another character or I go crazy. It's here. Iron ore. Okay, for whatever reason in the dummy database, this is the icon. I mean, it's not the right icon, but it is the icon. So in theory, that should be the icon that is displayed. But it's not. It's not because why? 623. 623. 623 is Atlas weapons. Because it's a completely different Atlas. No, we need also the Atlas, boys. The description is the Atlas. The description is the Atlas. The description is the Atlas. I see. Okay, wait a second then. The description is the Atlas. Description is the Atlas. DT item icons. DT item icons. Description, get material instance by path. Ah, here it is. This is what I was missing. Get material instance by path. Okay. Okay. Okay, so this should give it the right thing. Now the sides, unfortunately, the sides is not resetting, which is a bit weird though. So the image remains super small like that. Why the image remains super small like that? Okay. Okay, let's try with this change. Now we still have a number of problems. We still have a number of problems, like the materials that are not available are not removed, right? And this is not a good idea. So basically we need to hide, right? We need to hide all the ones that are not used. How do we do that? Basically here we know at which number we are, right? Here we know at which number we are. So if we exit with a number, everything else, yeah, at completed, we basically need to hide all the remaining icons, right? No. No. Oh, fuck. Wait. Okay. No. Why there is something... So we have to do what? We have to hide all the remaining icons, yes. So basically this number 1, 2, 3, 4 so we have to do a for loop. We have to do a for loop with numbers. So we start from what? We start from this, or we start from this plus 1? So we arrive with... We start with 0. We start with 0, we go to 1, and we enter the first icon. Let's say that the second is missing. So we exit when this is 1. So we have to do plus 1, yes. At least plus 1, if not even plus 2, because in reality the array starts from 0. So plus 1. So let's say that we do plus 1. And now this number will be the first index. So I start from index 1. And I do what? I need to hide the image and the text. The image and the text. This is a bit of a mess though. How do I do it? This is a bit of a mess. This is a bit of a mess. Do I do a switch and GG? Starting from 1? No, starting from 0. Because we can only have 4 values, right? And if it's 0, yeah, maybe that's easier. So I switch on the current number. So if the current number is 0, yeah, let's do it this way, probably simpler. If the current number is 0, I basically have to hide everything. So I have to hide this image, and I have to hide the text. Yeah, this thing is a bit of a mess, but fine. Now, is collapsed or is what? I think it's collapsed, right? So if it's 0, we do this. If it's 1, and so on, right? And then we basically say that if we do 0, we also do 1. So 1 starts from here, but 0 goes here and then here. And then we do the same for all, and then we should be good. Makes sense, guys, or no? I hope it does.
I don't know, but it seems to be a good idea.
So, but these are all... Oh, fuck, I messed up. These are all collapsed, huh? It will never work the first time. It will never work the first time, but we will fix it, okay? Don't worry. I think the logic, it makes sense. Okay, now the only thing we have to do, we have to show again this when we... So we have to set it and show it, right? Otherwise, we have to set it and show it. And this graph is becoming the mother of all graphs. It's becoming the mother of all the graphs, my boys. Yeah, because if we don't do this, then... So if we enter with 1, right? Yeah, no, I think it's correct. There is a lot of lines, my boys. There is a lot of lines. But basically, we want to hide all the additional items that are not relevant. And make them visible as soon as they are relevant, right? Okay, so this seems to be a good change. What else was wrong? So in theory now, if we click, we should see the proper icon here, also bigger. We should see the proper number, and this should disappear. Ah, yes. The second thing that is not correct is that the money is not showing. Why the money is not showing? The money is 86 and probably doesn't have an icon. No, he has an icon. Okay, then why doesn't show the second? Because we have two things, right? Here is saying 5 out of 500. But 5 out of 500. I don't even know if it's correct. Five. No, actually I have 0. Ah, fuck. If I have 0, this thing is not even sending the thing. No, it is, because we see it. We see it's saying that we have 2, right? Yeah. For every need, it's putting 0. Yeah. So the storage will start with a 0. The storage. Yes. We start with a 0. So yeah, in theory should be 0 out of. Why saying 5500? 5500 is the default value? Yes, is the default value. So it seems that it's not doing the second item. Why? So it should enter as 2. It should enter as 2. It's taking the image CT2 and it's setting the image icon with whatever we get. And should also set the... Maybe because this was not working. Possible, but strange, huh? That's a bit strange. Setting second image 2. Okay, let's do this and see. Yeah, there is something not working. But anyway, one step at a time, my boys. And we will do it. One step at a time. We made good progress, I think. We made good progress. Wow, it's late. It's midnight 20 nearly. I have to go. But we made good progress anyway. So it's starting to work. I would like to see the icon correct, and I would like to see the values correct, and I would like to see the other items disappearing if not needed. So at least the logic for display is okay before I go. Much better. Okay, so we get the icon, we get the value, but still we don't get the second item. Was it for another tier or was for the same tier? That's a bit strange, huh? City resource. City resource tiers. In theory we have, no, same city, same tier, same category, we have these item stats with 40,000 need, right? But for whatever reason that one is not displaying properly. Also the storage is not deleted. Why? Because I forgot to redirect. I forgot to redirect. Yes, I forgot to redirect here at the end of this. I forgot to redirect here, so the storage will disappear. Okay, but why we don't do item number 2? We only do setting first image. City resource need 1. City resource need 1. Yeah, we only have 1. Yeah, we only have 1 resource actually. Yeah, that's why. That's why. Yeah, we get only 1 resource instead of 2. Why we get only 1 resource? So somehow here we get only 1 resource. So before we were getting 2. So it means that this variable should have 2 items, right? So is the item that is not matching? The item is not matching. I have no idea. We have to debug it. Okay, this is the last thing and then I go. Huh? I do this last debug and then we go. And then we go. But yeah, it seems that here for whatever reason the money, the tria, is not properly displayed. Also the icon looks a bit wrong. I don't know, like if it's scaled up. But I think one day we will have to upscale all our icons. Because at the moment all our icons I think are fairly small. And we'll have to upscale them all. I hope I don't have to do them one by one. Please no. I don't even know how big they are at the moment. If they are 100 and... if they are 64 or 32, I don't know. I think at the moment they are 64 by 64. Not sure what is going on here. Yeah, they are 64 by 64. Yeah, 64 by 64. So... yeah, we can increase them to 128, but I will have to upscale them all. Which is a bit of a mess. But anyway, one day I will do it. Sooner or later I will do it. Okay, let's run it one time. I just want to see if here we get 2 resources. Hopefully yes. And why? And probably this item is empty, most likely. I mean, it should not be empty because the item stats is loaded by... Should not be empty. Unless 86 is wrong. Wait. Is 86... I mean, 102 is correct, right? 86. 102, 86. Hey, no, 86 is correct. Okay, let's see. Don't understand why it's not showing. Drum roll! Let's go, drum roll. It's time for a drum roll. Yeah, but this drum roll is just to check, you know. Just to check. Now the right side of the screen will be a mess. But if we can do the left side already, I think it's good. Boom. Okay, so now we click on this. And I want to see if we get 2 resources, right? Do we get 2 resources? No, we only get 1 resource. Ay, 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 ay. Why we get only 1 resource? Ah, no, 2. 2. So if we get 2 resource, right? Ah, because if I don't have it, I don't add it. Oh my god, stupid me. Yeah, so here basically we are saying we are adding only if we have it in the storage, but it's not correct, right? We have to add it anyway. If it's a need, we have to add it anyway. The difference is that if we have a storage, yeah, this thing is all fucked up. Wait. Storage quantity, right? So we add it anyway. So we add it anyway. We add it anyway. Where is it? If what? Yeah, sorry, it's the wrong place. Is the wrong place. Here. Yes. So here is storage quantity. Here is storage quantity. Storage quantity is 0, but if we are here, storage quantity will be equal. Fuck, I just deleted. To 1 storage, to 1 storage, to 1 storage, right? Okay, so here we add it as 0, or we add it with the proper storage if there is something in the storage. Okay, let's try like this and then I go. Drum roll. Para pa pa para pa pam. Do. Okay, successful. I will not run in debug because we take too much time. We just hope that it works. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, we see tomorrow. Okay. I cannot stay more. It's midnight and 30. It's GG time. GG time. We're making progress, guys. I feel that we are making progress. This functionality, I think it doesn't take forever. I think that like 1 week maybe. 1 week and we have it, huh? Because we are not super far. I mean, we need to do, the check on the inventory, you know, the fact that you drop the items, blah, 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 but it's kind of reasonable. We probably need to put Probably need to put a message for errors. Yeah. I need to leave some space in the window for like a system message. Like it will tell you like you don't have enough items in your inventory, or you are trying to add too much, or something like that, right? I don't know where to put it because the window is pretty busy, but maybe at the bottom. Maybe at the bottom. Ah, very, very nice. Very, very nice. Iron ore and tria. Fantastic. Okay, now this is not the icon of iron ore, but fine. So he's telling you that this is 12 out of 40 and it is 0 out of 40,000, right? And the other icons are disappearing. Now, if I go here, what happens? Ah, you see, if we go here, since there are no items required, everything disappears, which is correct. And the storage also disappeared. Okay, now we need to fix the boost, the percentage. And a few other things. But yeah, pretty much it's starting to work, guys. It's starting to work, which is very nice. Okay, I'm gonna go immediately. So thank you for watching. See you tomorrow, 9:30 p.m. European time. Meanwhile, if you want to click on follow on Twitch, subscribe on YouTube, that's very nice. And also remember that our game is available for download. So if you want, you can play it right now. It's a free game. So if you want to play it, you can. You can download it for Windows, for Linux, and for Mac. Let's go. Bye. Have a good night.